I am Saint Germain, and I come to be with you at this time in these special times that you are entering right now. These times of light replacing the darkness. And if you look around the world, you are beginning to see that more and more, the light, the truth, and light coming forward everywhere. Wherever there was darkness, wherever there was mistruth, distrust, and all of this, it is being replaced now by the truth of love and light and oneness. You may not see it directly, but you feel it within yourselves. All of you that are in the awakening stages now, you feel it within yourselves. You feel the truth within you. Whenever you hear something or read something that doesn't resonate with you, you discard it because you know it is not the truth. You know deep within you what is truth and what is not truth. You are coming more and more and more to understand that now, to be able to distinguish, to discern between what is truth and what is mistruth, what is false. Because it is false to you. It is a mistruth to you. Maybe not to your friends, your family, but it is to you. You, the awakening ones. You, the light bearers, light warriors. So know that as you go about your daily lives and you see the truth, you feel the truth coming forward, know that that is the advent of the new golden age of Gaia. It is the advent of your ascension. True, there is much work yet to be done for you to have ascension, full ascension. There is much yet to work on. There are attachments you need to let go of. There are thought processes you need to learn to control. But fear not, my friends, my brothers and sisters. Fear not, because that is all a process that you are in right now. And you are being helped greatly with all the guidance you are receiving from those of us, the ascended ones, from the galactics, from those of the Agarthans. All are here to assist you. Even though you may not know of our presence, we are there with you. Whenever you call upon us, we are there. You can know without a shadow of a doubt that when you call, we answer. It has always been this way and will always be this way. And there will come a time in the not too distant future where the seeming veil of illusion will have completely disappeared for you. Again, maybe not your brothers and sisters, your family, your friends, but for you, it will have disappeared completely. And in its place will be only love. Fear will have been vanquished completely. That is what this is all about. This training that you are receiving from those of us that are mentoring to you is all about letting go of all fear. For when that happens, just as you heard in your discussion earlier, as Yeshua spoke this, When fear is gone completely, the only thing that is left is love. And when there is only love, there is only attraction to that which is love. And sickness and disease and accidents are not a part of love. They are only a part of fear. So again, fear not. Be fearless in your pursuit of the light. And in doing so, you will only attract to you that which is of the light. I am Saint Germain, and I leave you now in peace and love and oneness. And that you continue to go forward, go forth in the I am presence that is you, has always been you, and is you now in this moment. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om. Greetings to you. One is served here. Shoshana is here. And we are ready to assist you in your questions if you have them. We have noticed over the times here, as we have been working with you over the many years now, that the questions that you have been asking are becoming much, much more what you would call sophisticated, much more advanced, we will say, beyond the earlier questions where you wondered who you were, perhaps in another lifetime, and things of this nature, which you have realized now, come to realize there is no reason to wonder about that, to analyze that. Indeed, analyzing does not bring you to the truth. Analyzing only holds you to the old programming. So let go of all of that and move beyond into the questions that you have that would be considered higher level questions, we will say, as you have been asking for quite some time now. So, with that understanding, please ask your question and have no concern about whether it is a question that needs to be asked or not. For if it is a question within you now at this point, it is a question that not only you need to receive the answer to, but many also will benefit from that answer as well. We are ready for your questions.
Do I have a question?
Yes.
I heard that med beds weren't necessarily a physical thing. It was more based on our mindset. But that seems contrary to other evidence, or pictures I've seen of med beds and other articles.
We will tell you that there is both here. There is what you are speaking of in terms of going into other dimensional states and being able to access those med beds, as we have done several times with some of you during your past advances, what you used to call retreats, and which we have also done in your meditations and things of this nature. But there are also those med beds, as you are calling them, which are indeed quite physical and will be brought forward in the not too distant future, we are finding. They are coming closer and closer to being realized as the forces at work now are going to be able to bring this about in perhaps even in this next year you are going to be coming to here. We cannot say for certain, but we can say that they are already in process of being rolled out when the signal is given for this to happen. And there are some that are already in use at this point for those that are working with this part of your medical understanding, which you must understand is beyond the medical understanding that you have had. So it is a process, but it is coming forward, and indeed there are physical uses of this, which will become apparent in the times ahead. Shoshana, do you have something you add for this?
Well, we would ask this, dear sister, what if we could ask you, what is your question? Why do you wish to ask this question? How does it apply for you?
I guess I was looking forward to going into a physical bed and having some work done. So that's how I was visualizing it. And then I had heard somebody whose information I trust that it was not. So I guess I wanted to prepare myself if it was not going to be physical. But I can understand that, there's a mental aspect to this as well.
Well, as one who serves has provided, and this answer is very accurate, that there are all levels of what you are calling the med bed. There is a physical level. And if that is your state of mind, then you will find yourself in a physical apparatus, you see. If your state of mind is different than that, you will find yourself somewhere else. It is all up to you, you see. And it is all up to your own consciousness, as it has been given.
We will add
Wonderful.
here
Thank
that
you.
we'll add here that there are already depictions of this, pictures that you can look at on your internet, and there is even was a movie as we are finding called Elysium. And in that, at the very end of that movie, they were showing what were called med bays in that movie. And they are very, very similar to what they shall look like when they are rolled out. Okay?
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Would there be other questions here?
Hello, can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Could you repeat the name of the movie you just talked about?
Elysium.
Okay, could you spell it?
We think you can look it up. It begins with E and ends with M. Elysium.
Okay. Thank you.
It was as we are finding it from the James here, a rather what you would call a blockbuster movie. Would there be other questions here?
I do have a question. Sorry, but I'm walking. If the traffic won't be too bothersome. Let's give it a try. So I was intrigued by when Joanna had said last time in answer to one of my questions, or rather Shoshana, that, the physical body is the physical body regarding my cat. So that was interesting to me because I'm doing this course called Detox the Vax and Heal Anything, and attempting to bring what I know, or bringing what I know about natural healing and all of that to the world to the best extent possible. I've healed a lot in myself. But I'm curious, though, the instantaneous healing that we hear about in the Bible or with the Tibetan monks, or instantaneously like melting the ice around you as you sit on the mountain, all these instantaneous, miraculous kinds of things. So, I mean, it seems like that's the physical body because they haven't, as far as I know, gone to the light body. So how is that being happening? I mean, in the actual physical body, maybe they are flitting back and forth between a fifth dimensional light body and a physical third dimensional body. I'm just curious about that for this, for my healing work and that conversation.
Please, if you would, rephrase your exact question here. What is the exact question?
How can it be the body's the body, and it's going to do what it does, but also be that somehow, somewhere, there's instantaneous miracles happening? I don't understand that distinction.
I will share.
Yes, please.
We will share our perspective. Dear sister, may we share?
Yes, please.
All things come down to consciousness. That is what everything comes down to, is consciousness. So when you speak about Tibetan monks melting the ice, that is because they are of a very high understanding and a very high consciousness. And they draw from the power of other dimensions, and they are also highly united with their own higher self and the God source, so that they can draw upon that power. They have learned to do that. And that is available to you as well. All of that is available to you. But when you ask about the state of mind of all those that wish to be healed, it is various. Those that do not understand combining their selves or merging themselves with their higher self will not understand that part of the healing, you see. They will be more physical. So when you approach the masses or you approach segments of the masses, it will all be dependent upon their state of mind, how they think. If they think that all healing is physical, then that is what they will think. If they think all healing is some level of spiritual intervention, then that is what they will think. So you will reach people where they are, and the body is the body, and the body can heal itself, you see. It can heal itself instantly. But in order for the body to heal itself instantly, the state of mind, the consciousness of the mind must be in line with that, so that the mind believes and accesses the healing that the body requires. But if there is not that level of understanding, it cannot. Does that make sense, dear sister?
Oh, that makes great sense. And the course does start out with the rudimentary sort of physical parts of it and gets more complicated. So I guess those who aren't interested in the more complicated will get that what they want, and then other people will move on. So yes, it makes every kind of sense. Thank you.
Yes, that is correct. So move on, do what you do, and allow those that wish to hear it, and allow those that wish to progress with you to progress with you, and let go of any real fear, or we understand you don't have fear, but let go of any preconceived notion that this is what it's going to be, and just move your feet. Namaste.
And we would add here, remember, as Yeshua, when he worked on healing, he did not heal all. And those that he did bring healing to, some the healing stayed, it kept with them, and others it faded. And the reason it faded is because they did not believe. Remember, he said, it is your faith that has healed you.
Right. Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
And we will add one more thing here, dear sister. May we add?
Yes, please.
There is a great technology in your culture called the placebo effect. All of your large companies that peddle their drugs do not wish for you to know this. They do not wish to let this out into the public, that this is a real thing, that this actually works. So many have been given a sugar pill and been cured because, as one who serves has given, they believed it would cure them. So it is all truly about belief, and you can give anyone anything, and if their belief level, which comes from the higher dimensional understandings, is strong enough, they will be healed. That is how it works. However, the majority of your current third dimensional culture has not been exposed to this and does not believe this. Therefore, the big pharmaceutical companies that peddle their drugs are as strong as ever, because that is what they believe in. How much so?
And would it be fair to say, sorry, would it, just one little thing, would it be fair to say that some of those pharmaceuticals are going to mess with the mind and the ability to believe in that, in your own healing? Would that be a fair assessment?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I thought so. Okay, great,
Yes.
thank you.
Very good. Are there further questions here? Nothing further?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. I had a dream, and I was wondering if you could give me what you interpret from this. And it was a dream about a movie I saw about the X-Men, and it was where this woman had a lot of power, and she was called the Phoenix. And she was, at the very end, it showed her she'd sacrificed herself for the good of the greater good. And she came through the water. You could see her outline in the water, and it was her rising. And it was about, and my dream was about the Phoenix rising. And so that day I called, I looked in online. I thought, what is this all about? And I have a podcast I listen to, and her name is Phoenix Rising Star. And she said, today is the day of the Phoenix. And it was November 5th. And I didn't remember that it was the day of voting because I voted early. But do you have any opinion or your knowledge about what that dream might have meant?
As we are often prompted to do here, we would ask you what you felt your meaning was. For that is more important than what we would bring into this. We will just come right out and say this. We are not about interpreting your dreams. It is rather assisting you in interpreting your own dream, for you to understand it, for you to know what it is. For another one to say what it is about defeats the purpose of what came within the dream itself, you see. So ask yourself what this meant for you. What is about the Phoenix rising? What did that have to do with the date of November 5th, which of course was your election day? And how did this work together here? Think about that, and you will have your answer here. Shoshana perhaps would give more if she wishes.
We can give more, if we may, if we have your permission.
Oh, sure. Yes, please.
We will tell you that it is so important to understand yourself and to understand the messages that are given to you during your dream state, and that you look into those so that you may have a more a bigger understanding. Because what one who serves is saying is, when one gives the answer to another, they stop there. There is no more inquiry. They say, oh, that is the answer. But that is not how it works, because this idea of Phoenix rising is about it is about overcoming. It is about moving past the physical. It is about understanding that the physical is not the end of things. It is only the beginning. And that rising past the physical is the goal, you see. And it does not matter that your dream or your mind gave this as the date of November 5th. That does not matter because it is the truth that you are here to rise above. You are here to overcome. You are here to move forward in consciousness and understanding. And you are here to overcome the physical. The physical cannot ascend, you see. The physical has to become the light body to ascend. And that is what Phoenix Rising represents. Does this help you, dear sister?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, namaste.
Very good. Are there any? We take one more question. If there is, then we need to release God. Anything further?
I'll ask. No one else has one.
Yes?
I heard that there's more fires that were created or generated in Wyoming, for example, and I know that consciously we can do a lot to help that. I wondered if it would be help from above, like from the galactics, perhaps, in a situation like that to prevent any more damage, or is it necessary?
We will tell you that not only in that instant, but in many, many of the occurrences throughout the world, not only in your United States, but throughout the world, there are many times when those of the galactics and the Agarthans and those of the ascended ones assist in various ways to minimize the impact of whatever it is that is occurring, whether it is hurricanes or tornadoes or fires or earthquakes, volcanoes, whatever it is, that it is much assistance that is happening, what you would call behind the scenes, where no one really knows that this is happening. It even occurred within your pandemic of the COVID virus, where it was much, much minimized of what their intention was. So you see that you have great assistance always happening behind the scenes that you are not aware of. That's what we will say about this. Shoshana, do you have anything you add here?
Well, we will add if we can, dear sister. May we add to this?
Yes.
There is a grand scale to focus upon. Your planet, your Earth, is much bigger than a fire. It is much more powerful than a pandemic. It is much more grand than what these humans think they can thrust upon it. It is laughable to us. It is a powerful, powerful being that has sustained itself for billions of years, you see. So one thing cannot destroy its power or its people, even though there are human beings that have become crazy enough to believe that they can control it, overpower it, use weapons to manage it. The earth is Gaia is just beginning to fight back. And she will fight back with earthquakes and volcano eruptions and floods, etc., when there is too much interference, you see, because she is preserving this planet for all of you. And that is why she fights back, because she is preserving the planet for you. There is no human that can disrupt the power of Gaia. It just is not there, you see. So do not concern yourself with fires fires in California, fires in Montana. It is a joke. It cannot do anything. It cannot make the planet unsustainable. It continues on no matter what. Namaste.
Very good. And we are done
Namaste.
for the time. Shoshana, do you have a parting message?
We do not.
Very good. Then we just simply say, as your discussion earlier about fear, fear not. Just let go of all fear. Just go about your daily lives, being in the moment, every moment, and search for the truth that is already within you. That is what we have to say. Shanti, peace be with you. Be the one.